Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel with All Smiles Over Here. I am Will Sanja. It's like asking a question, will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying to keep it on, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. The golden nugget is using the right actions to pull in your manifestations. Using the right actions to pull in your manifestations. What am I talking about? Well, you all know we all have our temporary learning experiences, right? Our temporary learning experiences. And what normally happens when we're in our temporary learning experiences, right? We call them trials and tribulations and hardships and all that other stuff. What do we do? 9 times out of 10, when we're in a learning experience, we put in a request, right? We strive to be aligned and connected, and we put in our request. And as we put in our request, we have to pull in that manifestation, right? That's cool and dandy. And what normally happens, we are trying to pull that manifestation in, but sometimes it takes a long time. And sometimes it seems like the manifestation doesn't ever come. So like it takes years, right? Or too long, way too long than what we want. And we're trying to figure out what's going on. And I decided I'll tell you guys that sometimes you could be using the wrong actions to pull in your manifestation. And what I mean by that, in order to get the right actions to pull in your manifestations, you have to do one thing. This is what you have to do. You have to not be afraid to really look at and analyze the temporary state learning experience that you're in right now. When you actually take a good look and analyze the temporary state, that learning experience that you're in, and you're going to ask source, what is it that I'm supposed to be learning from this? What is it that you want me to see in this? What is it that I'm gaining from this? What is it? Once you do that, you will begin to see certain things in that learning experience. You'll know what it is you're supposed to be seeing. And once you get that, then you'll know, okay, I did that, but I didn't do that. I could have added more of that and taken away that. You'll know. And then because of your knowledge of you educating yourself, of sort of showing you what it is that you needed to do, or what you can do, or what you shouldn't do anymore of that. Now, because of that manifestation is waiting on you, you can apply those actions, because you know your manifestations ain't nothing but the opposite of what you're in, right? You know that, right? Because you wouldn't be asking to manifest certain things if you weren't in a certain situation. Like you want a house, you an apartment. House and apartment are two different. So you got to figure out what it is. So it's going to show you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and then apply those actions once you analyze it. Then once you apply those actions, you're really going to pull in your manifestation. I'll give you an example. Say for instance, a boxer, right? A boxer. Or any sport. You have a boxer that has fought an opponent, and in a fight they lost. That's a temporary state, right? And they say, you know what? I'm going to win the next one. That's the manifestation. They put in a request. I want to win the next fight when I have the rematch with this dude. What does the person has to do? What do they normally do? For instance, they have to go back and watch that other fight that they lost, that temporary state, that temporary loss. They have to go and look at that again. And what are they doing? They're analyzing the opponent. They're analyzing that learning experience. They're saying, oh, when he comes with that jab, that right jab, I notice he always used that right jab. And what do I do whenever he uses that right jab? I'm not ducking. I'm not moving out the way. Saying, so next time he comes with the right jab, I need to duck. And then you keep looking, you're saying, you know what? Every time he does a right jab, he's exposed. His body is exposed. So what do I need to do? When he pulls in that right jab, now I need to duck and then give 2 to the body, right? Duck and give 2 to the body. But the only way that person's going to know, the boss is going to know to do that, is if he analyzes and really look at that temporary state of loss. You get what I'm saying? And because now that he's actually analyzed and looked at that temporary loss over and over and over and over again, now he knows what he's learned from it. Now he's ready to apply that proper action. And the action is duck, 2 to the body. Duck, 2 to the body. So every time the dude comes with a jab, duck, 2 to the body, right? So now when he gets in the ring with this dude for this next fight, he's ready to apply the action. And when he put those actions in, the last ring, ding, 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 last round, and they say the winner is, and they hold his hand up, his manifestation comes right away. Why? Because he was able to analyze and look at that temporary loss to see what it is that he needed to learn from that. And he got the proper actions. He got the right action. And that's what I'm telling you guys. If you don't really look and analyze the situation that you're in, the learning experience that you're in, then you won't know what proper actions to apply to help you pull in your manifestation. So don't be afraid to look at your temporary state. Don't be afraid to do that, because I'll tell you, a lot of times we do that. Sometimes we'll be in a temporary state and it could be just really, we don't want to, we just saying, okay, I put this manifestation in, I just want to see the manifestation. So you start doing different things, but when you don't analyze, you're not able to apply certain actions that you really need to apply to pull in the manifestation. So today, if you ain't hear nothing else I've said, analyze. Look at the temporary state that you're in and ask Source, what is it that you need me to learn? What is it that I'm missing? What is it that I'm not seeing here? Why is it that I find myself back in this situation? What is the learning experience? What is it that I need to know? What is it? And when Source, you're going to know. It's going to come. The answer will come. The answer will come. So once you get the answer, those are your actions. And then apply your actions to pull in that manifestation. You'll see it will be effortless. It's not like you're gonna be going like tug of war. When you use the proper actions to pull in the manifestation, it's like butter. You just yeah. It's like pulling a ribbon. Yeah, you're just gonna pull it in. It's gonna be so easy. It's gonna be so easy. Why? Because you're using the correct actions to pull it in. It's almost like, say for instance, if I wanted to, like if I want to take something apart, those of you who know me and my family, y'all know I like to work on stuff and take things apart and put it back together and whatnot. I could use a butter knife. That could be it. But that'll take me a long time to unravel, a screw, But if I use the proper tools, use a flathead screwdriver or a Phillip head, right? Then it's going to be easy. Nothing's going to be slipping off. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be fast because I'm using the right tool. I'm using the right actions to actually get the manifestation done. That's to open up whatever it is I'm trying to open. You get what I'm saying? So analyze your temporary state. Don't be afraid to look at it. Another thing I'll tell you guys this morning, everybody's New Year's resolution is to be a more healthier being, right? And I've been telling myself that every single year, okay? And last year, I didn't fall off the wagon, but y'all, I had my leg outside the wagon as far as eating, right? I didn't actually get out, fall off the wagon. I just had my leg and arm hanging out of it, right? And so because of that, I was eating more and baking more and, eating more and baking more. Thus, cheeks and extra, extra. Which I don't mind the extra. Like I say, the extra looks good on me. But I know where my manifestation is. I know the request and the manifestation that I am looking for. Okay? Expecting to receive. And so, for me, I would never get on the scale. I'm like, not getting on the scale. And when I would get on the scale, this would be the conversation that you would hear in my house if you were here. Hey, babe. Or before they'd be like, huh? What? I'd be all shocked. I'm like super shocked. What? That's the number? Step off. Get back on. Then I'm like, babe. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. He's like, huh? Did you move the scale? No, I didn't move the scale. Is it broken? No, it's not broken. Does it still work? It still works. So I'm trying to convince myself that there's something wrong with the scale, okay? That's the type of relationship me and the scale that we have. That's how the conversation goes every time that I want to get on the scale. But anywho, y'all, this time, I had already told myself I'm living a healthier life for this year because, this is the body that I'm in. My spirit is in this body and I want this body to be at its best, right? So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on this scale today. And I don't like to get on scales, okay? So I said, I had to give myself a pep talk. I said, girl, you know what you've been doing. You know what you've been eating. morning, noon, and night. And in between time and in between those times. So you already know what you've been doing. You know what you've been eating. You know what types of food. You know what the deal. You know the deal. And I said to myself, when you see the number, don't you try to act all shocked like you weren't expecting it. Don't go there. Don't you know what you know. So y'all, I finally get on the scale and I did see a number. I didn't like the number. I can live with a number. I don't like the number. So thus I know what my manifestation is going to be for my weight wise, the number wise. But because I finally got on the scale, I was able to ask myself and really analyze where I am right now. When I saw the number, I was able to analyze and look at it and say, you know what you've been doing. You were doing more of this and less of that. You were doing less of this and more of that. And I was going back and forth. What could I have done, and the learning experience to know what should I do. And in that, now I have proper actions to take to pull in the number of manifestation for the number that I want to see the next time I get on the scale. And one of the things that I did learn, and maybe this will be helping some of you guys who want to lose weight, that, a meal plan, some type of plan, you have to have something, some type of plan in order. It doesn't have to be like all drawn out, just somewhere to start. And that's something I wasn't really doing before. Whenever I say I'm gonna lose weight, I would, have it in my mind. The meal plans would be in my mind, but I would never, make them. So what would happen when hunger would kick in, what would happen, I would go to the quickest thing that I can eat right away because nothing had been prepped or prepared for me. So I would eat the wrong things, right? So at least now I have the proper actions to apply to pulling in the manifestation this time, okay? So you guys may see my face shrinking a little bit, but my goal is to accomplish every 7 days. Every 7 days, work it every 7 days and keep going. So I'm going to hold myself to it. And because this is, like I said, this is the body that my spirit is in, and I plan on using this body for a long time. You know what I always say, I want to be here long enough to enjoy every manifestation there is that I can enjoy in this body, and I know this body can hold up to it. So I have to do my part and take care of it, right? Yeah, you do too. So in other words, you guys, don't be afraid to look at your temporary state. Don't be afraid to look at your temporary state. And in looking at your temporary state, which I'm saying is analyze it, you'll be able to apply the proper actions so you can really pull in your manifestation. Y'all, I'm at 12 minutes. I tried not to talk to y'all too long, but y'all see it got a little good. But I hope y'all understood the gist of what I'm saying. Go back and analyze what you're in right now, the temporary state. You hear I keep saying temporary state because it's not your permanent. Analyze it, thus getting the proper actions that you need to apply to pulling in your manifestations, okay? And that way it won't be a long, drawn-out manifestation. It'll be something quick and easy. Why? Because you're using the right tools. You're using the right actions. Okay, with that being said, you guys, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have the masculine smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. Listen, thanks again for clicking on my channel with All Smiles Over Here. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed. Stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.